Hi Taurus, it's Nick. This is your weekly reading. Hope you guys are all doing so good. We are covering May 20th to the 26th, and we're going to go into your health, career, work, finances, and love, romance, dating, or relationships. But before we get into that, I'm going to get a message from heaven using this Talking to Heaven deck that I have. And if you're interested in this deck, I have it linked in my Amazon storefront under the spiritual category, okay, along with like other cards or whatever that maybe I use. So I thought it'd be a good time to use this since we are transitioning into Gemini season this week, and there's going to be a lot of Gemini energy in the air, so scattered thoughts all over the place. But we also have the Sagittarius full moon, so emotions may be running high, and I thought it'd be nice to get a message from heaven to help calm us down, ease our worries, transition us through this time. And for some of you, this could maybe hit home because it could be very personal, because maybe some of you have someone, a loved one who has passed on, or it could even be a pet or a spirit guide or an angel, however you want to see it. So let's get a message from heaven for you guys to start off. So this is for all my Taurians, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. And don't forget, I'll have a link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards. All right, so Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, what's their message from heaven this week as we transition into Gemini season and with this full moon? What is their message from heaven? Nice. All right, so it says, I am not dead. I am not dead. Nice. So whoever this person is, or angel, spirit guide, or loved one, they just want you to know that, yeah, maybe physically their body is not here, but their spirit is very much so alive. And just like them, you are also very much so alive. And they always say the best way to honor the dead is to live your best life, because this person is living and breathing through you. So make it count, make your life count. This person's not dead. Their love, their heart, their spirit is still with you, always flying you, taking you, guiding you, illuminating you, healing you, and showing you what you need to see, what you need to know at this time. So I am not dead. Beautiful. Makes me emotional. All right, so let's get into your reading, Taurus. So when it comes to your health, you guys got the 10 of Wands. All right, so much needed rest is needed. Rest is needed because physically you may be kind of burnt out or feeling tired, exhausted. Maybe you're just running around, working out a lot, or you have a lot of things going on. So physically you're kind of feeling a little bit tired, and maybe you need to rest or you need to slow down a little bit if possible. But I get it, we're busy, we have lives, duties, obligations, responsibilities, but you just may be losing a little bit of steam. So if you do know that your schedule is super busy this week, you have a lot of things to do, try to make sure you're eating healthy. Like, make sure you have time to eat, drink water, rest, take naps if you can, or go to sleep earlier if possible. So take care of your health and rest whenever you can, okay? So you don't just collapse and melt. All right, then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, you guys got the Queen of Cups. So it looks like here you are receiving some love and support, either through another person, through customers, sales, people you work with. Maybe you're working with someone that you really enjoy, who, you know, you guys work and vibe well together. Maybe this is like your best work buddy. Some of you could have water in your chart, like Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And maybe you really love what you do. You're really connected to your art, to your craft, to your business, or to your project, or something that you're doing. You're like emotionally connected to it, and you really are trying to put your whole heart and soul into this because it's meaningful. It has purpose, and you want to make an impact. Okay, so you're receiving some kind of love and support, either from the universe, through another person, through sales, through money, and it's because you're putting your heart into it. And I feel like here that your emotions are very much so tied to how well you manifest. So when your emotions are good and your heart is clean and you feel like you're doing the right thing, you naturally maybe will notice that you start to manifest a lot faster or easier, or your money starts to flow and you don't even stress about it as much, because the less you think about it, the more it just flows and it happens for you because you're doing things for the right reasons. Okay, so your heart is invested, you're receiving love and support, or people maybe now recognize you. They recognize, man, I love what you're doing, or this means so much to me, or I loved reading your story, or that project that you did, or that book, or it changed my life, that session I had with you. You're receiving some kind of compliment, feedback, and maybe feeling really loved, appreciated at this time. Okay? All right. Then when it comes to and probably this week, let's say you work in like sales or customer service, the nicer you can be, the more you can connect with people's emotions, the easier it will go. And maybe the more sales you will actually make, because people buy off emotions, not off like facts and logic. Usually if people feel connected to you or they just like you, they'll most likely want to buy from you or purchase your product as opposed to someone else. Okay? All right, then when it comes to your love, romance, dating, or relationships, on your side, you guys got the Empress, Ace of Cups, and Akashic Records. So some of you could have Libra and Pisces somewhere in your chart. Maybe it'd be a double Taurus, so you could have a Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Venus, or something like that. All right, then on this other side, for this other person, this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all of the above. We have here the Three of Crystals, Perspective, and the King of Crystals. All right, so as far as who you could be dealing with, it can definitely be a Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. But it doesn't have to be. It could be any sign, like I always say to you guys. It could just be the energy this person is embodying, playing out, or maybe be like a mixed match of one of those. So what is going on here? Okay, so it looks like there's some kind of new, beautiful growth happening within a relationship or in a relationship in your life. Maybe this is already a relationship you're in, or for all my single people out there, you could very well be meeting someone new, or you're getting to know someone new right now as we speak, or you're about to meet someone new. And I've been getting this for a lot of people, so maybe it's just because it's spring and it's that season, like new love, new connections. But there's a very high chance you can meet someone new, or there's something new growing within a connection, within someone you're already seeing or talking to. It doesn't have to be romantic though. This could be like a friendship or something, but I do feel a lot of romance vibes. I do also see fertility and pregnancy and children. So maybe some of you are going to find out that you're pregnant, or someone in your life is pregnant. Maybe you've been trying to conceive and this is the week it happens. So congrats if that's the case, or if that's not in the cards for you and you're not trying to or planning, maybe just be extra careful, extra cautious out there, because you may be very fertile, you or maybe and both your partner, okay? Or some of you maybe already have kids, or you're already a parent. I do also see here that, so you could be celebrating a new addition to the family. That could be also the growth that's happening on a physical level. I do also see here that your relationship or your connection is growing, okay? It may not even be a baby or person, but your love is growing, your connection is growing, and maybe you guys are doing something together out of love. Maybe you're joining a group club organization, or creating a group club organization together, doing more things as a couple. You guys maybe could have met at a group club organization, like maybe you guys both go dancing classes and that's how you met or something, it could be something random like that. Or you met at work, at school, or through colleagues and stuff like that. But I feel like your relationship, this love is growing and is going places. 3 is repeated twice. And it does feel like you guys are going to be talking a lot about growth and what's next, maybe going out in your surroundings, your environment, expansion, lots of expansion here. And I feel like this person is daydreaming about you, thinking about you a lot. Like something about you has really like hit them emotionally, and so you've kind of pulled some strings internally for them, and they're just like drooling or thinking about you a lot. Or maybe the things that you say really like sit with them and they really like soak it in. So maybe your whole vibe, or everything about you is changing their perspective, is changing how they feel, how they think about things. And I think they really respect what you have to say, or respect how you express yourself, or the things you share. And so there's a new beginning here, a new love offer, or just how you guys deal with each other. Maybe it's in a new, beautiful, loving way, okay? And I do also see that there's something that could happen this week, especially by the end of the week, that may trigger a memory. that will make you remind you of something that happened in the past, or remind you of something, but it's like a pleasant, a happy memory, not a negative triggering thing. It's like, oh man, like this reminds me of that one time I was with my grandma and we went here, like this place reminds me of that, or she once said that same thing that you said to me, like, oh, that just makes me think of that moment. Like you may have a flashback to your childhood or to something that made you happy once, and this person reminds you of that, or maybe they took you somewhere that you used to love when you were little and they didn't even know that, or they said something to you that someone special in your life once said to you, and like there's no connection between the two, but it just reminds you of them, and you're like, wow, okay, that's crazy. Like I think, like I mentioned earlier, like maybe a grandma or grandparent, maybe that person used to call you something, or they used to always say this one quote, this funny line, and this person ends up saying that same exact thing to you, and you're like, what did you just say? Like, that's crazy. Like my granddaddy or my grandma used to always say that to me. That's so weird that you're saying that now, or you took me to that place. I feel like something like that, very like magical, could happen. Okay, and like maybe something they do for you is like taking you down memory lane. And I do also see that this person is not only like emotionally receptive towards you and is observing you, trying to learn you, understand you, but they're also very committed, loyal, responsible. They handle their duties, obligations, and probably someone who's well off. So they could be really good with money. Maybe they have a great career, work, business. They do well for themselves. But they're also someone who's commitment oriented and wants something long term. They're not just trying to date and mess around. Like they want to build a legacy. They want to build something long term, and they're serious. So very beautiful, loving relationship here, or something that is growing within this relationship. I love it. And this person could be someone who has darker features. So maybe they could have darker hair or darker skin, or they wear very neutral colors. Could be someone who, maybe comes off a little bit serious, but like reserved, but they like take care of their appearance, and they're not someone who just like acts all silly and crazy, but they probably do have a little bit of a silly side once you get to know them, once they get comfortable with you. Okay, but yeah, very well put together. You guys probably look really good together. I will say that. Like when people see you, they're like, oh, that's a good looking couple. Okay, all right. So let's continue on and extended to get more information, see where their energy is at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then follow it up with your advice at the end. So if you want to know more, we'll dive in deeper. Link to the extended will be below, and I'll see you guys there, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.